Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video, and you already know what to do, right? Smash the like button so that we can grow this platform. Guys, it is actually happening. We are growing, and I do see the algorithm getting twitched a little bit because it's getting triggered to go fetch more members of the clan. And I welcome you all who are new here, because on this platform, we are free to voice our opinions. We never say that we are correct, and we never say that we are wrong. We're just saying that, listen, we got two IQs and we rub them together and we try to make sense of things. Now, let's make sense of things that happened today. Okay, let's leave the Senzo Mayo one for a second, because last night I was hearing rumors, people coming into my DM on Instagram and be like, hey, Clantis, did you know that Nandipha Magudumana, I almost call it Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, she's no longer a doctor, guys. She's been stripped of that title. She is now Nandipha Magudumana. And of course, I was hearing rumors and people are like, do you know that she's applying for bail? She's applying for bail. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We know that she made an application to the Supreme Court of Appeal in respect of her being kidnapped from Tanzania. And we've been waiting on that one, and then boom, she drops this bombshell. If you remember very well, was it earlier this week? She wrote a letter, or she released a letter. Basically, I still think it's an encrypted letter to the powers that be, that you guys, listen, if you're not going to get me out of here, I'm going to sing like a canary. And then boom comes a bail application, and I'm like, how is that done? What happened, guys? Because I still don't understand what just happened. But anyways, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana changed her mind. And then I have my own suspicions as to why she changed her mind. Now, we just learned. In fact, I've always known this. I think I've even said it in my first video when I heard that Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha Magudumana actually were found in Tanzania. The first thing that I checked was, does South Africa have a extradition treaty with Tanzania? And no, we did not have an extradition treaty with Tanzania. And then I was thinking to myself, okay, so anything is possible at this stage, because there is no international law that guides as to how she's going to be brought from Tanzania to South Africa. And you guys already know that Tanzania immediately arrested them. It gave them 3 days to be ejected out of Tanzania. They were no longer wanted or desired aliens, and so they needed to go. And then comes South Africa. Of course, Tanzania tells South Africa that the fugitives that you are looking for, we got them. They're in custody. Come get them, because we've given them 3 days to get out of here. And of course, they were collected by Home Affairs, by SABS, and all those people that I've already made videos about. And then, of course, because some lawyers were saying no extradition treaty this, extradition treaty that, then I was doubting myself, like, did I read correct information about South Africa not having an extradition treaty with Tanzania? Or maybe I was like a whole lot of confused. But anyways, I went in the same direction as most lawyers, saying, yeah, extradition treaty, which is guided by the international laws, blah, blah, blah. And then this matter, she even took it to the Bloemfontein High Court, where she made claims that she was kidnapped from Tanzania. Even the judge himself, I think that is Philip Lobster, he himself thought that South Africa and Tanzania have extradition treaty. Hence, he said in his judgment, the extradition part was unlawful because her extradition was disguised as deportation. And then I'm thinking, okay, now it makes sense why she would apply for bail, because she found out that if she goes to the Supreme Court of Appeal or even the Constitutional Court, what are you there for? Because you cannot be there on the grounds that South Africa and Tanzania have extradition treaty or an agreement. And therefore, this case is going to be thrown out at the Supreme Court of Appeal. Or if she takes it to Bloemfontein, to the Constitutional Court, it's going to be thrown out because South Africa and Tanzania have no extradition agreement between the two of them. And therefore, no international law plays a role here. So her being brought to South Africa, whether she was deported or kidnapped or whatever, is legal. It's legal, y'all. That is why she's like, okay, now it's time to go and apply for bail. And that is why we are here today. She applied for bail because she realized that her line of trying to hold the state accountable for bringing her from Tanzania to South Africa is definitely not going to work. We found out that her High Court application, where she was dismissed, would cost is around 600,000 rand. Whoa. 600,000 rand. By the way, it's not just 600,000 rand. If you remember, her urgent application was dismissed with cost, and then she appealed, she applied for leave to appeal, and that's also another 600,000 rand. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's 300,000 for the urgent application being dismissed, and another 300,000 for her leave to appeal being dismissed with cost. I don't know. Please educate me. I'm always willing to learn. But anyways, she did go to the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court today, looking a little bit like girl was beat down. She was defeated. There were parts where she would shake her head when a list of possible criminal cases that she might be charged with or might find herself serving a long sentence or long sentences for, and she was shaking her head. There was a part where she even went as far as saying, wow. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, so you're telling me that you just woke up from a dream and found yourself on the dock? Not so long ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, you and your boyfriend were in the same dock looking at each other with puppy love, and you got all of us soft in the heart because, love is beautiful. And now you are this lady who's like, what are y'all talking about? That's how she looked like in court. Like she has no idea what they were talking about. Like, no, wait a minute. And then the funny part about her statement is the fact that how she met Thabo Bester. Thabo Bester, they met at Wits University. And Thabo Bester was studying theology? The irony of it all. And then she was studying medicine. And the part that also kind of like threw me off, which is like two opposite ends. Theology and LLB. What? He studied theology, graduated in LLB. I was like, girl, do you even understand what theology is and LLB? Because the two do not mix. Actually, yeah, they don't mix. Sorry. The only time God comes into place is when you are sworn in court and then they say, so help you God. And that's the end of theology. Because we live in a secular state, a constitutional democracy. We don't live in a religious state. And so, of course, this theology and the law mixing together, becoming one. No, not here, not in this country. In this country, it's substantial facts before a court of law. But anyways, so the state, of course, opposed bail, and then he gave a very comprehensive and very strong case against Nandipha Magudumana regarding why she should not get bail. She's not only a flight risk, this lady is dangerous. And that is why the state felt that if she is released on bail, she is the type that is going to go to the witnesses and intimidate them and interfere with them and all of that stuff. And then I kind of like believe it as well. Like, she's not just a flight risk. This lady is dangerous and she needs to be kept behind bars. That is a lot for one woman. That is just so much for one woman to be involved in. Did you see the list of sins that she's committed? I'm talking crimes, of course. I was like, whoa, she's going to go there for a long time. And another thing that I also read today is that in her application for bail, is that she was taken to Tanzania under duress. If you guys remember, if you go back, if you're new in this channel, go back to my earlier videos when I was talking about Thabo Bester. You would hear me say to you that Nandipha Magudumana is going to cry Stockholm Syndrome. She's going to cry Stockholm Syndrome, and she's also going to cry being forced to do things that she did not want to do because her children were being threatened, her family were being threatened, herself has been threatened, and therefore she had no any other choice but to protect her family by doing the things that she's told to do. Hence the letter Hence the letter where she says, I've been abused in the hands of powerful men and politicians. And then she says nothing about that. Now it kind of like makes sense why she was sending that encrypted message, because she knew she was going to apply for bail. And she knew that, hey, I'm going to apply for bail. Y'all better do your magic in making sure that I am granted bail. Not only am I granted bail, but I'll also walk free. I think that's the message. And now that I'm sitting and I'm thinking and I'm watching, I'm like, now it makes sense why this letter was written. Yeah, ne? I give it to her. I really, really give it to her. This is a smart pants. Yes, her intelligence, she is using it for the wrong purposes, for the wrong things, without thinking twice about the ripple effect it's going to have on people I'm thinking she supposedly loves, her 2 daughters. That is, for me, is where it becomes extremely sad for me. I'm saddened for those children. I'm saddened, honestly speaking. So anyways, I would be making more videos about this particular case because she is returning to the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court tomorrow, the 30th of August 2023, because they ran out of time after the state has made its case. I think it was like 72 pages long. And now we are going to hear the defense basically making their case as well, opposing what the state has said. And then I am telling you guys, watch this space. She is going to cry Stockholm Syndrome. And Stockholm Syndrome as a defense is credible. Many are women in the world who cry Stockholm Syndrome after committing heinous crimes have actually walked free or exempted from prosecution, because Stockholm Syndrome is also a mental illness or mental disorder of some sort. So you cannot hold a person with a mental disability criminally liable for the crimes that they've committed. So if she says that I was forced into this with a gun against my head, and then I needed to protect the people that I love. So I don't know. That is just me and my 2 IQs. Let's see how it all goes. But guys, I am predicting that this lady is going to plead insanity on the grounds of Stockholm Syndrome. That is my thing. And possibly under duress, meaning she was forced to do this. Otherwise, she was going to suffer very dire consequences. So anyways, that is that. Without further ado, let me say goodbye to you guys until we see each other again tomorrow when we see her return to the stand. But before you go, please give this video a like. If you didn't like the video, still give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And my super thanks are turned on. Thank you so much to everybody that is supporting this channel financially. I highly appreciate you guys very much. Leave me a comment down below and let me know, what did you guys think about Nandipha Magudumana? I need to get this doctor thing out of my head now. That Nandipha Magudumana appeared in court today. What did you think of her demeanor? What did you think about her reaction towards what the state was reading out about her life? Anyways, guys, do share this video far and wide. Thank you all so much for your support. I highly appreciate it. Goodbye.